It was good to get a win. I mean, but we have bigger fish to fry, much more things to accomplish. We need to continue to get better. Like I said before, wins and losses don't define us. But just in times of adversity, how we grow. Are we going to grow as a team? Are we going to continue to grow to be connected and work towards the end goal of playing for a national championship, winning the Big Ten tournament, and finishing the season out on the highest note as we can?
And I know the turnovers have been up and down this year, another tough game, but those tend to make the team that'll kind of get after you a little bit. What's the focus been when you prepare for a team like this that's going to defend you pretty hard?
Be strong with the ball, 2 foot jump shots within the lane, and just making smart plays and just being under control and being poised out there. Not letting anybody speed you up, but they're a team that will get after you for sure. But we have to take care of the ball, and that'll be at the top of our keys to win the game.
Next question is from Chris Solari.
Aaron, you guys have been trying to maybe find consistency in performance the last month or so, maybe even back into the early Big Ten games. What do you need to do maybe in the next 10 games that you guys have remaining, or what's missing maybe that allows you to see some things happening good, but also see sometimes they revert backward?
Just those defining winning moments, those winning plays, we just have to continue to make. I feel like outside of a couple of games, we've been in most games for a long period of time and leading in some. But those winning plays they just one trickles after another, and we have to eliminate those including turnovers, missed defensive assignments, and just not being as locked in as we should be. So the more we eliminate those and we get better in those areas, the better off we'll be.
And then back to the Purdue game, you guys have struggled other than the Iowa game to score. I guess what allows this team to maybe move the ball a little more consistently around the perimeter and kind of get to the point where you guys were in early December when you had the 6-game streak early?
Just to move the ball, continue to do that, and just find movement within each other, knowing we're going to get the ball back, and just trusting our work, trusting the process, and trusting the system and how it works. It's not to say that we don't, but it's I don't want to say it's evident, but in the way we play, it's the ball sometimes gets stagnant, and that's something that's been an emphasis for a while. And I have nothing but faith that we'll get better in that area. It's been an emphasis in practice, and in practice we do a good job of that. And I try to harp on it as much as I can, being a leader. But we have to at some point have some carryover in the game, and I feel like with the win versus Nebraska, we can hopefully build off on that.
Up next is Audrey Dahlgren.
First of all, Aaron, that hoodie jacket looks really warm.
Oh my good, it doesn't really suffice with the cold still. It still gets to me, but I'm warm in here for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Well, going back to the offense a little bit, Joey, is going through a little bit of a lull right now. How can you guys help him in that aspect, or how can he work through the mental issues of trying to find his shot again?
Man, this just being there for him. I've been there before. Just always body language is big. Never letting him put his head down. Letting him know the next shot mentality. Everybody. And you got to think about next shot. But when you are in the game and you have to believe that yourself. It's a feat for sure, and something that it'll take everybody to help him with. But more importantly, himself. And I have nothing but faith in Joey. He puts in, the most time in the gym, as anybody. And I'll be the first to encourage him on a miss, even on a make. Good shot, even on a miss. He can airball. He can kick it out of bounds for all I care. Honestly, I'll still be there for him as a teammate, and it's our job to help him with that.
I know, obviously, you want to work the ball around a lot and have a high assist to basket ratio, but do you think, in a sense, he needs to be a little bit more selfish in shooting, or maybe a shoot first before pass, or
You could say that. He doesn't. He's not a guy that forces anything. He lets the game come to him. But in a sense that if he wants to find his shot, maybe. He could possibly take on that role. Nobody would be mad at him for a shot he takes. He's a great shooter, and he rarely takes bad shots. But when he's feeling it, he's on for sure. But man, once he gets out of this lull that he's in, that maybe I sometimes don't think he's in just because of how he practices. But in the game, it may seem different. But once he finds himself in that moment, I feel like we're going to be a lot better.
And then, no, I'll come back if anybody else has a question. So thanks.
We'll go to Kyle Austin, and then we'll go back to Audrey.
You guys just asked it, Audrey, but Aaron, it seems like this year more than most, it's been kind of a struggle to find consistent lineups, consistent rotation, and playing moves and stuff like that. Just wondering, how is that for a player when you're out there with a lot of different guys and not a lot of consistency? Does that make things more difficult for you?
Not more difficult. You just got to adjust on the fly. I feel like those things happen all the time, and throughout college basketball, and with Coach Is, he's going to put the best lineup that he feels out there. I have the faith of him in that, and as far as that goes, I mean, I just have to be out there and be ready to play. When the guys have to, when their number's called in their starting lineup, or if they're not, everybody has to be ready.
Audrey?
Aaron, to be able to have this stretch of home games, how can that help you guys too? You've been on the road quite a bit, but to be able to just be back in Breslin and have this stretch here at home, how can you build off of that? How can it help you?
We have to, it could help us a lot. We have to continue to fight like we're on the road, though. I mean, there's no easy Big Ten game, and no matter where we're at, and fans aren't as much of a big a factor as before. But just the fact that traveling and whatnot, and I understand that, but we have to find a way to win at home. We have to find a way to win games, wherever we're at, and that's what it comes down to, home or away. So we just have to play better as far as that comes.
Thanks.
Up next is Ryan from Michigan Sports Network.
Hey, Aaron. From what we've heard from you, other players, and Coach Izzo, that practices are going well. You guys are looking great. It's not translating necessarily to the games. Is there a level of frustration that it's not translating from practice to the game?
I wouldn't say a level of frustration, but just a level of, competitiveness that we want it so bad. And honestly, we do. We could just tell by how hard we go at each other in practice, and things aren't clicking all the time, and we may, have a skid and win a couple, but, it's not, like I said before, it's not really the wins or the losses that determine how our season goes. That's a standard that you guys hold us to, and other people, but, I'm a guy that likes to grow. I'm a guy that, even though we might have lost a certain game, did we show growth in certain areas that we can build on? Did we develop in certain areas that we need to, for the immediate future? And when we start winning, I feel like those questions will be answered, and I feel like we will start having carryover. So I mean, it's not something I put a lot of pressure on, but you're right. We do have to start having some carryover.
Go out to Dalton Shetler.
Hey, Aaron. I wanted to ask, as you continue to get Gabe Brown back, and he continues to work into shape, and we saw last time he had a putback dunk. We saw him aggressively his first time down go at the rim. And of course, he's one of the better shooters on the team. So what does him coming back when he gets back to full speed, what does that do different for you guys? And what could that mean for a potential run for you?
It means a lot. He's a big piece for us as far as, rotation minutes go, and he can do everything, man. And Gabe's an energy guy, man. He can rebound, shoot it, he can defend. He's just a big physical guy, and it hurt us a lot with him being out for COVID, because he's always been that guy that's been stable for us, I feel like, and his minutes are going to be big, and I'm glad to have him back on the court.
I think that appears to be all the questions we have today. So, Aaron, thanks for your time. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.